welcome to Ginger Welsh Allotments. I am Bethan and I have been nominated to do the Roundup Challenge of 2018 by the lovely Nigel from Muddy Boots channel. So thank you, Nigel, for the nomination, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get round to doing it, as it's now the 31st of January today. So oh, my daughter's just come in. Hello.
Hello, Mom.
You're going to say hello to everyone. Say hello.
Hello.
Yes, so I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get around to this. It's just that I was really busy over Christmas and everything. And
I'm going to get my go-jetters.
You go and get your go-jetters then. Okay. And I've only just caught up with Nigel's vlogs, but I'm probably a bit behind that now anyway. I need to catch up again, as I need to catch up with everybody's vlogs really. But I'm going to answer these questions as quick as I can before I get interrupted by Anwen again. So the first question is, what was your best crop of 2018? Well, I had a couple of really good ones. My cucumbers were really good, but that's probably because I planted 6 cucumber plants, which I'm not going to do this year. It'll just be maybe two cucumber plants and 1 gherkin plant, and that will be it. That will be plenty for us. My tomatoes were really good. I think most people's tomatoes were good because of the warm summer we had. And my blackberries and raspberries were really good. They were sort of the only fruit I had, but I had a lot of them, so that was really good. Question 2 is, what was your worst crop? And my worst crop was strawberries, because I must have about 56 strawberry plants, which I grew from runners last year, and I must have had a total of 15 strawberries or 56 strawberry plants, so that wasn't really very good. I don't know where I went wrong. I did plant them up in pots with plenty of fertiliser and combination of John Innes number 2 and multi-purpose compost, but they just didn't grow. So maybe it was just their first year. I'll see how they get on this year. And my peas and beans weren't great either. My peas was my own fault because I didn't cover them over in enough time and the birds just savaged them. And my beans were just because the watering situation, there was no rain, so the beans didn't get enough water. 3, what would you do differently or lessons learned? Well, there's quite a few lessons that I've learned, and my major one is to not sow anything as early as I did last year. I will only be sowing aubergines, chilies and peppers in February, and everything else I'm leaving till March, because I had such issues with potting everything on and trying to keep up with potting things on, starting things off, and I was just running out of room, and it became more of a mission than an enjoyment. It was like, oh, I've got to do this. And my tomatoes were up to my windowsill before I could plant them out, because we had such a poor cold April that nothing could go in the ground for ages. So I'm not doing that again this year. And the other thing is, I'm not going to sow anything until I have the ground ready, because in the past I have said, oh, I'll get that ground cleared by then, and I haven't got the ground cleared by then for various reasons, such as frost or water. You know, it's rained too much, so the ground is too wet, and I just haven't got around to doing it. And then again, I've been stuck with these plants that have then just sat in their pots for too long, instead of going in the ground. So I won't be doing that this year, hopefully. I say this, I probably will do all these things again. Number 4, what was your biggest challenge? Beyond a doubt, that was watering over my allotment, because there is no water on site at all. It's it's basically a plot of earth that you can have a shed on, and that's it. You can't have polytunnels, you can't have ponds, you can't have greenhouses. I don't know why there's no water over there. They say that they have to put the rents up if they put water in, but I think everyone would be happy to have their rents raised and have water on site. It doesn't have to be a lot of water, but having to fill up loads and loads of water. Well, I was using squash bottles and empty cartons and anything I could lay my hands on, and I had to fill them up, and it took me about 40 minutes to fill up all these bottles every day, and then go over in the evening when my children were in bed and water everything. And it was quite daunting and daunting actually. So hopefully I've saved larger bottles this year, and I should be able to keep on top of the watering more, and I'm more prepared to do that this year. But we'll have to see what summer we have, won't we? What are your plans for 2019? Exactly the same as last year, really. I'm not growing anything new. I kind of figured that I would like to concentrate on the seeds that I've got at the moment and grow them on, and try and get rid of some of the seeds because my seed box is just ridiculously huge. And the other plans are to get my fruit cage in and my raised beds in, and hopefully get the flower garden and the wildlife section going. But we'll see how that's going, because I was hoping to be a bit more advanced with all those projects by now, and I'm not. And finally, who inspired you in 2018? Oh, I couldn't say one person, to be honest. Everybody I watch inspires me. Sometimes I wake up a bit groggy and I can't be bothered to get myself going, and then I usually watch somebody's vlog and it gives me the oomph to actually go and get on with doing something. So that's it from me. The challenge is to nominate 3 other channels, but because it's the 31st of January, I think everybody has probably already done it. So I won't nominate anybody else and keep this going and going and going. I hope you enjoyed listening to my answers, and I haven't waffled too long, but I can see I have. So that's it from me for today. All I can say about that is lovely job!